What's up guys, Mickle here, and we just got some explosive news in the Ripple SEC case. John Deaton just dropped a nuke on the SEC's entire case against Ripple and XRP holders. In this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly what John Deaton just filed to the court and why it is going to be so significant in turning the tides of this case. There is no doubt in my mind that this is a huge step forward for XRP holders like you and I. What John Deaton did here is going to put the SEC in a horrible position going forward and is going to make the court understand that the SEC is completely out of line with this case against Ripple. Guys, this is such a significant moment and one that I think you guys definitely need to fully understand. Make sure you stick around for this whole video. This is huge. Guys, every passing day, we are one step closer to mass adoption for cryptocurrencies, and there really is only one roadblock in the way, and that is regulation. In this video, I want to show you guys that despite the fact that XRP has really been in the worst position on the regulatory side thus far, there is a potential scenario in the future where XRP is the only cryptocurrency with certain clarity to trade in the US market. This would be absolutely explosive for institutional adoption of XRP and something that would greatly reward XRP holders like you and I. Guys, if you are new to this channel or come here all the time, please take a second to hit the like and subscribe button down below. It goes such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys ever need a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out the link in the description below. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So guys, I want to start this video off and just quickly show you this. I feel like we've been dealing with so much FUD as of recent, but just a short year ago, we are seeing the complete opposite news cycle. I just wanted to bring this back up because things will go back to a bullish news cycle. We just need some time. Take a look at this tweet from Elon Musk. The true battle is between fiat and crypto. On balance, I support the latter. Guys, there is no doubt that the most powerful people in the world, the most powerful corporations, are going to fully adopt crypto, and Elon Musk and elites have been pointing to this for a very long time. For whatever reason, they are not allowed to go out in public and state that's what's going to happen, but it is obvious by the hints they drop that they fully expect this to happen, and this is the future you and I know is going to come. Elon Musk and the largest corporations are preparing for this, and we are just in a negative news cycle that tries to ignore developments like this. There is no doubt in my mind though that as time goes by and these larger institutions are able to more comfortably and more outspokenly talk about their crypto strategy, there will be a very quick shift in the sentiment. The way we really get to that point though is through regulation, and so far we just have not seen it. The only companies that have really made any progress on the regulatory front in the US have really been Ripple and Circle, and outside of that, the only asset that's gotten any clarity has really been Bitcoin. And this is the biggest problem with the US right now. All the regulation has been coming on a case-by-case basis, and there's not been any broad, widespread, all-encompassing regulation that could be applied to the entire market. Now, it's important to realize that it does look like Ripple and XRP are next in line to get this clear and certain clarity through the courts, but the biggest issue we're dealing with issues like this right now is really just because of the fractured regulatory front in the US. It's because the US cannot get out of its own way, and we have a bunch of power-hungry regulators who care more about their own power rather than doing their job and providing desperately needed clarity to markets that need it. I want you to listen to this quote by Elon Musk though, because I think it's going to really help you guys understand how big of an issue this is and why the United States needs to stop stepping on its own feet. Listen up.
What we're going to see with China for the first time that anyone can remember who is alive is an economy that is twice the size of the US, possibly 3 times the size of the US. And it's going to be very weird living in that world. So we better stop the infighting in the U.S. and stop punching ourselves in the face, because like there's way too much of America punching itself in the damn face, which is just dumb. And think about like, hey, we got to be competitive here, and there's a new kid on the block that's going to be 2 to 3 times our size. We better step up.
So I think Elon Musk really puts it perfectly right there. The US needs to stop stepping on its own feet. They need to stop hurting innovation in the US, but unfortunately the regulators can't stop doing it, and that's why we need people like John Deaton to lay down the law and put these regulators in their place to allow innovation to rightly flourish in the US. Now we're going to talk about the breaking news that just happened. This is huge. You guys are going to love this. So guys, just yesterday at Elon breaking. Attorney John Deaton has filed a motion letter asking the judge in the SEC Gov vs. Ripple case to let him write a brief on behalf of the 67,000 XRP holders who have been hurt by the lawsuit. The move comes following recent testimony from an expert SEC witness who gave a report on what information reasonable XRP holders were relying on when they bought the token. Deaton says he bets this witness gave testimony without interviewing a single XRP holder. More to come. So what John Deaton here is doing is he's counteracting an expert witness by the SEC. The SEC brought in this expert witness and said, hey, I know what XRP holders were thinking when they bought the XRP token. They were looking to get rights to Ripple's business. Well, John Deaton came in and he said, BS. I represent 67,000 XRP holders and have testimonies from over 5,000 of them, and not a single one of them are saying that they bought XRP based on what Ripple is doing. John Deaton says that he should have a voice in this case to represent the XRP holders because the SEC is purposely manipulating the court by telling them what they think XRP holders were thinking, when in all reality, XRP holders are saying the exact opposite. Now, before we get into the exact brief, I need to stress why this is so important. One of the SEC's main points in this case is that when XRP holders were buying XRP, they were doing it off the backs of the efforts of Ripple. Now, Ripple can go out and argue why they do not believe XRP is a security, but they can't really argue what XRP holders were thinking when they bought XRP. That's because Ripple can only really make statements on what they saw from their side of the business, and because they're not supposed to have a relationship to the XRP holders themselves, it wouldn't really make sense for them to go and start making assumptions on what XRP holders were thinking when they bought XRP. On the other hand, the SEC kind of has a free shot at this and can come in with their expert witnesses and say, hey, this is what XRP holders were thinking. We're the SEC and we're looking to protect these people. But what John Deaton is doing is he is coming in and hitting the SEC from the flank and attacking one of the SEC's only arguments. He is coming in with actual affidavits, actual evidence from XRP holders saying that what the SEC is saying is completely wrong and out of line. This fills a huge hole for Ripple in this case that they likely would not have been able to argue very effectively, and John Deaton is coming in and completely blowing this up for the SEC. I actually interviewed attorney Fred a couple weeks ago, and he said that this exact motion that John Deaton put out there is going to be monstrous because it's going to show to the court that XRP has absolute and certain utility outside of any of the efforts of Ripple, and XRP holders are willing to testify to this exact fact. So guys, I want to quickly take you through some of my favorite parts of this motion, and when I read this, I want you guys to understand that the judges and court are also going to be reading this, and they are going to now fully understand the magnitude of what the SEC is trying to allege here. First, John Deaton said, on April 19, 2021, 6 XRP holders filed a motion to intervene representing putative class of users, investors, holders, developers, content providers, and small businesses utilizing the digital asset XRP and the XRP ledger. The number of people joining this case has now moved to over 67,000 60,000 XRP holders because all parties strictly oppose the classification the SEC is trying to designate and the delays associated with it. First of all, I love this statement by John Deaton because it shows the diversity of people who have been affected by the SEC's actions. It's not just investors, it's developers, it's content providers, it's small businesses, and it shows it is not just a small group of people. It is over 67,000 XRP holders now who all reject the SEC's assertion that the XRP they hold is somehow entitlement to the profits of Ripple. It doesn't make sense, and I think what John Deaton puts here really shows that it's not just some small group of investors who are looking to make their XRP go up in price. These are people who use XRP for their business and they feel attacked by the SEC's action. Now let's keep moving, and I thought this one was actually pretty funny. This one states, the court's perception is accurate. For example, the amended complaint from the SEC alleges defendant Garlinghouse stated he doesn't consider Bitcoin or XRP as currencies because he doesn't go down to Starbucks and buy a coffee with Bitcoin or XRP. John Deaton says, however, in our amicus brief, we have users that use XRP as currency to purchase coffee, including at Starbucks. This is just a very easy conceptual example for the court to understand, hey, this thing has real utility outside of Ripple. If I'm going to use my XRP to buy some coffee at the store, how does that have anything to do with Ripple? I think this is just a great example of XRP holders using XRP for utility, even for use cases that the CEO of Ripple said couldn't be done. It shows that Brad Garlinghouse actually has almost no say over what XRP gets used for, and there is complete utility ingrained into XRP that Ripple has no control over. John Deaton then goes out of his way to point out that the SEC is in fact trying to claim that all XRP is a security. He points out right here that the SEC, in their own words stated, the XRP traded even in the secondary market is the embodiment of those facts, circumstances, promises, and expectations, and today represents that investment contract, and then goes on to say that even the court itself was a skeptic of the idea. He quoted Judge Nepern, who said, presumably under this theory, then every individual in the world who is selling XRP would be committing a Section 5 violation based on what you just said, showing that from the start, the entire premise that XRP could be a security in the market wasn't even something the court could wrap their head around. He finishes it off with this awesome note. He says the parties have been provided, meaning the court, with 3,000 affidavits from XRP holders from the United States and abroad attesting to the matter, including but not limited to acquiring XRP for non-investment purposes, acquiring XRP without knowledge or awareness of the defendants, use of XRP and the XRP ledger, use of XRP's ledger decentralized exchange, and ability for XRP holders to utilize XRP for financial benefit independent of the efforts of the defendants. Guys, the court and judges are gonna read this and realize that the SEC is full of hot air. John Deaton is coming in representing 67,000 XRP holders, and the SEC is trying to make assumptions of what XRP holders thought without talking to a single one. Regardless of whether or not this gets approved, it seems like most of the attorneys following this case think it will be, but either way, guys, the court and judges are gonna read through this and understand how absurd the SEC is being in this case. So regardless, I think this has already had a huge impact in this case. Make sure to go to Twitter and drop John Deaton a thank you, because there was no way this was easy, and I think it's going to have a huge impact. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming. I hope everyone had a great weekend, and for now, Mickle out.